Hello, Gems. Thank you for stopping by Moonlit Tarotscope to get your November 2019 love reading. I'm so glad that you stopped by to support the channel. Please like, share, or subscribe if you like this reading. I do live tarot readings where I'll read personally directly for people. You can be one of those people. If you subscribe and hit the bell, make sure you get all the notifications, and you'll see a video pop up that says live tarot readings, post your question here. Okay. And that's the video that's going to explain to you how it's going to go. All right. So, Gems, you guys are going through something kind of heavy, is my feeling. I don't want it to be, because, I never want anyone to have to struggle or go through something. But there's something with you guys that's a bit heavy, and I'm getting almost like there's a lot of ancestors around right now with the Scorpio season this year. There's some ties to your childhood, or even predates your childhood, to your ancestry or something that is karmically working itself out. So if this being a love reading, it's feeling very strongly like a soulmate, or this was a soulmate connection. Okay. What I'm reading from it. Okay. With these two, because with the horse is the life cycle, the cycle of life, death, or birth, pregnancy, death, rebirth, and then on and on and on. The horse is representing the cycle of life. It almost reminds me of a wheel of fortune. So because of all the karma involved with your partner here, this is also associated with fire and earth. However, with all the karma going on with your partner here, being in your life, it feels very much like a soulmate connection, and usually that's heavy, okay? Because soulmates are here to teach us something that we didn't learn in our last life, and it literally could be just a soulmate can be in your life for a very brief period of time, and they could be in your life for a lifetime. I don't know, but I feel like whoever this is that we're dealing with, or you're thinking about, or this counterpart for this reading, for those of you who resonate with this, we're dealing with a soulmate, and I think that's what the Animal Oracle are here to tell me. So let's go ahead and get into the reading, the regular old Rider-Waite Tarot. Regular. Just trying to get as much clarity as I can for you, Gems, with this soul connection, this karmic cycle that you're dealing with. I'm feeling heaviness, but it's not anxiety. It's just heaviness. It's like, oh man, this is heavy. And I didn't want to deal with heavy, but this is heavy, Welcome to Scorpio season, right? What is going on with Gemini and their energy toward their partners, please? Okay. Yeah. Okay, this makes sense, because I really did feel like, here, I don't know, let me see how these cards are showing up. Yeah, pick them up a little bit. I really do feel like you guys are paying too high a price for the reward. It's not worth this soul damage. You do have an angelic person in or angelic energy around you with the Temperance card. Such an angelic card, but also not just an angel. Temperance can also indicate Sagittarius. It can also indicate just having balance, and your yin and your yang is working right now in all things. So between these two things, I'm happy to see her, right? Because we've got this paying too high a price for something, okay? These items are not worth the way these guys feel about him being dishonorable in whatever. I'm not saying you were being dishonorable. I'm just explaining the card, okay? These swords that he won are not worth the backs of these people walking away with disrespect. So maybe you played a game. You didn't know you were playing. You didn't know you were playing. I just heard you didn't know you were playing along, but apparently you were. You're playing along with somebody's game. You didn't mean to. This is air car, so this could be yourself as well. You could have tricked yourself. What in the world does that even mean? There's a new offer coming through that I think he really wants. A new solid offer. It's almost like maybe this is you wanting to make an offer. This could be to a Sagittarius, or you wanting to make an offer to some sort of soulmate counterpart, but you feel like the price is too high. It's not worth your honor, your integrity. There's something that's being asked of you that you are unwilling to let go of. The Four of Pentacles just reinforces this idea here. Is because this is holding on to things that you've acquired and not letting them go. There's no surrender. This is the opposite of the offer. Okay. So we've got contradictions with you guys. God bless your sweethearts. I get it. You're feeling like in order to move forward with this new love offer, you have to compromise yourself in some way that doesn't feel right to you. However, this is exactly what you need to balance out your karma. This is exactly what you need, this whole process, whatever it is you're going through. And yes, you are holding on to the things that you've acquired. Okay. I heard baggage, negative, like you're holding on to some baggage, okay? But you're also holding on to your experience as well in the past and going, okay, well, my experience either with this person or with love in the past is telling me that, this new offer that I want to make could just completely knock me off kilter and knock me off of my normal game. And by game, I just mean your normal day-to-day life. So it's like, it's a lot. And I get the vibe from y'all that you weren't asked, like I wasn't asking for anyone to come along and just knock me off my chair or knock me off of my, life's trajectory, but you just came and karmically flipped some shit. And now in order to move forward with a new offer of love, you've got to get right by this, or they have to get right by you. Maybe this is them and you walking away, just going, it's not worth it. Okay. I'm going to hold on to what little I have. Or you could have acquired someone's attention in a way that you don't feel good about. And now you don't want to let it go. Whew. It's heavy, y'all. And I didn't ask for it. Lots of readings are like that, though. That is just happening astrologically to all of us this time of year. This is how your partner's feeling. Your partner's energy. It's like the gunk that we don't want to really look at is what really comes out. Is what's really, there's no hiding this month. There's really no hiding. People are trying, but it's not working. All right. So your partner feels like they feel like they were too full of themselves and too, they took your attention and your love for granted. They realized that their ego did them in somehow. They also might be feeling as if you stole their light or you took credit for something that they are due. You guys are not seeing things the same way. Your partner also feels like the relationship was a failure and there's no way the relationship was a failure and they are taking some of the blame of that. They're saying that, their ego got in the way. They got attention elsewhere. They weren't paying attention. They weren't paying enough attention, Gemini. And somehow you or the relationship or the love that you have together slipped away. And they feel like a failure, honestly, or that the entire relationship was a failure. Together, your energy is unbearable. This is unbearable. Unbearable. Yeah, no wonder I feel like you don't want to be around this person. I feel like the energy between the two of you is unbearable. The 10 of Wands upright is unbearable, but in reverse, it's like just amplified. Because if you look at it this way, imagine you were holding on, you're standing here and you're holding on to these sticks in this formulation. It's impossible, right? Like at least this way, he's holding them straight up. It's not even, you guys, it's all slipping away from you. It's too heavy and it's all slipping away. You guys might be losing your soulmate. Or your soulmate, maybe your relationship is definitely hardened. It feels like there's a heart that's been hardened. Hardened hearts here. Unwilling to open up their sensitivity toward you, or you're unwilling to, you're keeping your gifts, your intuition, your empathic abilities to know what's going on with your partner, you're keeping that door closed right now because it's too much. You may not even want to know what the hell is going on with them yet, because both of y'all are kind of done with it. With the God, talk about karma with these tens. Talk about karma and emotional unrest, emotional upheaval. This to me is a feeling of, it's almost like when the one that always, okay, think about a mother type figure that always approves of you, even when you screw up. But every once in a while, they look at you and they're like, okay, now I'm disappointed. That type of feeling you didn't ask for, but you're feeling it. And so you're shutting it down because you can't handle it and it's too much. You are rejecting one another. The two of you are rejecting each other, and you just don't really want to admit that that's what's really happening, or that the relationship itself is just over. It's just done. It's too much, so it's done. And yeah, well, okay. Do you feel in your heart, Gemini, that it is destined to go against the grain, to somehow carry this, to ignore all the swords in your back here? Is it your destiny to work against this? It feels like a very uphill battle between the two of you. It's almost like the emotional connection has been severed because one of you is just done, period, with engaging with you, or you engaging with them. And the other is just done or not emotionally connecting with the soul mate because it's too much for you to actually handle. You can't hold on to it. And so surrender is key here. Surrender is coming up for a lot of people. So I'm saying this for you guys too, Gems. This is a situation where you just go, well, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let it, you cannot control it. There's no manipulation. There's no game. There's no thought pattern. There's nothing that can just change the way it freaking is. It is. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Look what just fell on the floor. So, yeah, okay. Listen to your, this is, okay. I didn't ask for anything. These cards just jumped out. So I'm just going to get the messages as I hear them. But with the Judgment card, this is something that you know that this is about compromising who you are. Okay? And moving ahead in your life fearlessly. Okay? Be real. Have reality. Have realness. Don't. The Judgment will take the reality and it'll hit you over the freaking head with it. Like with Judgment, you can't escape any sort of reality. But look at this beautiful King of Swords energy. This is a beautiful energy for you. It's just basically like you're going through this freaking nightmare, whatever it is. And it is a nightmare, but you're mastering it with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Because to me, this is a nightmare because this is like, she can't see. The swords are all around her, but she knows they're all around her, but she doesn't know that they're not pointing at her. They're pointing to the ground. She could, if she was released, just grab one of those swords herself. They're not pointing at her. It's a nightmare. But I feel like you're getting this call to judgment, this call to your soul's judgment, you recognizing that, you're not going to compromise certain things anymore for whatever reason, is kind of bringing an end to that nightmare. And you are, as a result, sitting in comfort and knowing that you have learned and you have grown from this in some kind of karmic way. You really have learned from this, and you can use your knowledge going forward to make really smart decisions about your life, Gemini, and not let yourself be swayed by, this person. So, we've got a lot of angels here. We've got a lot going on here with the Judgment and the Temperance card. Just caution not to focus on the negative here. Queen of Wands in reverse and the Sun in reverse. So, yeah, it's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel good to end something, or to just admit that it's over, or to just, maybe it's not over, but you just need to really shut it down for a while, because you know what? You guys need to get right with yourself. You need to come back into your sun life, all right? You need your outsides to match your insides, and feel like you guys have been playing a game of pretender for too long. No more playing pretend. No more playing pretend. Don't focus too much on what you've lost, dear. Just focus on what you still have and what you've gained. Okay? Watch out for jealousy. Okay? Jealousy is not going to have any, it's not going to bring any light to the issue or bring you any personal comfort, even though you might have a desire to spy on someone. Spying on someone is only going to keep you from your throne here. So these are all warnings. This is what's going on, and these are all warnings of ways these things can be blocked. And I don't want to see this happen. Okay? All right, gems, I love you very much. I hope that made some sense. My readings lately have just been way out there. But if you're grasping them, then thank you for being on my level at this moment. Feel free to email me at moonlittarotscope@gmail.com to get your personal reading. Readings are $8 a minute. So for $30, we can really get deep into this. I can pull a whole bunch of cards. We can go down into this every detail. But what I want to see you guys is for you guys to be happy and free. And look, you know, this is a big deal. And this with the salmon here, you know, this might be something that your grandparents went through, your great-grandparents went through. This could be something that is sort of like something that happens in your family. Maybe you guys tend to, it could be a generational curse that you're attempting to break. The judgment card, the judgment angel can break it. All right. So, you know, have faith. The horse is not the karmic. This person is not the enemy, but they are part of this cycle of life that you are going through. All right. I know that it may feel like they're the enemy, but they're in your life for a reason. Okay. And it's not comfortable always, but there is an end to the nightmare here. And there is a graduating that's going to happen. Okay. Moving into spiritual and loving, intelligent being, that not trying to make something work for your life when it just doesn't work. That's not being intelligent. Intelligence is being, you know, you can make it work. It's like making a square peg fit into a round hole. I mean, you can force it into it, but the King of Swords is like, I'm just going to recognize that the square peg and the round hole don't fit. And that is the type of trajectory of wisdom that you are on. The salmon is all about wisdom. And if there's, you know, Geminis are some of the most wise people around, okay, as far as wisdom goes. The ability to, and the energy that you bring into your life by your own personal push and pull energy of the twins. All right. Very wise. And so this is a process that is going to, it is going to bring you a reprieve. You're not going to feel like this forever, guys. You are going to start making more intelligent decisions about your life, okay, that you feel like you have more control over. All right. Wow. Geminis, I love you. My rebels without a cause, or with a cause, or with 700 causes. I don't know. You know I love you very much, right? So please let me know what you thought of this reading down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. Whatever you guys can do to support the channel, it's certainly appreciated, okay? I love you so much. Bye.